once you become familiar with the natural elongation of the legs, the coordinated elongation of the legs, then you can begin to become aware of the second part, which is that the arms, at the same time that the legs are moving in a coordination of natural elongation, the arms are alternating between going in a transversal union between heaven, the connection of heaven, and the connection of earth. So I would like to guide you to experience that a little bit first in the floor, and then we'll further along this movement, because it can be very complex or it can be very simple. And let's just make it simple, because it eventually your body knows better and it will guide you and help you. Okay? Wonderful. So again, I'll suggest for you that you put a pillow under your knee when you practice this, a pillow under your head, so you become suspended by the pillows and you don't have to worry too much about your body start getting pressure by gravity. Okay? So going to heaven from here, if you enter for neutral, you raise through the centers, and you remember that you go through the delicate heart always in order to engage the elbows and not to raise the shoulders. And then through the delicate heart, you go up into heaven, which is the sphere of heaven. You already learned it in the standing first section and in the chair. Look how high heaven is, actually. The sphere of heaven. This is the sphere of moon, and this is the sphere of heaven. Now, if I go too much back in the sphere of heaven, you see that much back, then that creates pressures in the scapula, and my neck becomes contracted, and I'm losing the center of my heart, and all the metrics is gone a little bit. So what heaven implies is that all the metrics from above and all the metrics from below are one interconnection, heaven, right here. And then from here, if we will continue, that's moon, and then you turn here, that will be earth, the level of earth. This is the connection of earth. Quite high, you see, maybe like 1.5 feet between the floor and my hands. Because if I go here, you see, then the shoulders slide into the socket and immediately creates pressure on the scapula. The thoracic vertebra pushes forward, my neck goes back, my head becomes heavy. So everything becomes a little heavy because the placement in which I am in a space, it doesn't aid me energetically to feel the centers. So this is earth, this is heaven, the best you can to begin to design that heaven, and this is moon. They're almost the same size of spheres. Moon, heaven, and earth. Yeah? So then, I'm going to sit because I'm going to show you how seated this occurs, because it's easy for you to perceive. Here we go for a moment. Beautiful. Remember that in seated and at the floor, remember when we go to the mandala, heaven is right here. You see, if this will be flat here, it will be like 1.5 feet forward again. That will be it. If I go here, see too much pressure right there. If I go too low, my neck breaks. So right here, heaven. And then earth, remember the angle of earth that we said before is quite forward again. If this is the hip, and this will be 180 degrees here, front, and 100 degrees back, look how forward I am. Again, like 1.25 feet in my fingers, and less in my elbow, and in the shoulder will be exact 180 degrees. See, the shoulder joint will be exact, but then the elbow, the lower arm, and the elbow, and the, upper arm, elbow, lower arm, and hand, as they connect through the skeleton, they go that forward in me in order to maintain, to be in the center of it, and not to create pressure upon the spinal column. So that's the sphere of earth. So if we were to see the interchanging, this symmetrical elongation, you will go to heaven and earth, and then you interconnect through the diamond, and then through the diamond you go into heaven and earth again. Now, I'm going to go into the floor and I'll show you what happened in this place, because this is very important. Remember that I said that when we go on the bicycle of the leg, if we go linearly, it's okay, but you don't have the balance of the right and the left. So in the balance of the right and the left, you are beginning to become three-dimensionally moving in angles that facilitate the pelvis. The same with the arms. When I start moving in the arms, in this movement, I would like to be able to do it this way. Like, I would like to go this way, and I just want to follow that direction. But then, if I go in that direction, see, everything becomes pressure. So the direction of extension of this leg, in reality, is in the direction of heaven, right here. This full circle around my heart, interconnecting transversally to the leg, is the natural extension of the leg. So I can stay here for a long, long time because the placement in space is supporting my leg. If I go here, my leg is going to become very heavy very quickly, and then everything becomes pressure. So I have to let it go because it's a lot of weight. So weightlessness is not something that I create. It's a natural result of the way I placing myself in a space. Once I begin to understand the placement of 3 dimensions, I become weightless because the energetic field that exists everywhere is supporting me in my interconnection with myself. So it's very, very, very important that we understand that. Okay? So let me sit for a moment one more time and explain to you what happened. So if I were to do the arms in asymmetrical elongation, I start in a diamond, and then this goes to heaven, that goes to earth. And that will be heaven and earth. It's like a helix. You see a circle around here that continues this way. And then it comes back into it. It comes back into a diamond. This is a diamond, this is a diamond. And interchange itself. And just before they become symmetrical, so they never get to become symmetrical, then the right arm goes to heaven, the left arm goes to earth. Now, what you are going to begin to find that when you begin to practice, you would like to go up and you would like to go down. You would like to go up like that. So that would be your first intention, and it's okay. But then begin to notice, I don't want to go up and back. I want to go forward. So from the diamond, I want to go forward and forward to connect to the helix. And then I come into, and just before I become symmetrical, I interchange it again by going out. And the way I go out is this way. When the diamond opens, let's say this arm is going to open to heaven, once you get to the level of connection of the solar plexus, the movement is no longer the elbow going up, but the movement is transferred to the hand. So the hand opens the motion. When it descends from here, and this will become earth, it becomes a diamond, and just when it becomes at this level, before it becomes symmetrical, the hand, instead of moving the elbow down and back, it opens to open you to earth, right here. So you will begin to notice that the first intention, as I said, is to go up and up, and you are not. You're going to begin to guide it forward and forward. And sometimes the best way to do it is just one arm at a time. Find a pillow, even if you do it in this area. Find a pillow that you're high enough that you don't have to worry with your knees, and start going from earth, arrive to this point of the diamond, and at the level of the solar plexus, you will know what I'm telling you, that you don't want to follow the elbow up. You just want to find the hand connected to the circle that will give you to heaven. And then from heaven, you come back inside of you. Remember, the inner mandala is exactly, you come inside of you, and when you get to this level, you follow the hand. The hand is going to go around this way, here and here and here and here, and you're in earth. And then you come back again, you go up, and now you go out, 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 and you are in heaven. So you have to guide it, because what your body, innocently, what I would like to do is to keep going in the same direction. But if you do that, then what's happening, if I go in the same direction, the shoulder pushes into the socket, pushes the vertebra forward, breaks the neck in two, my head goes back, my chest goes in, many, many things are happening, and I lost the internal direction. So the reason that I want to become perceptive of not creating pressure within myself in the movement is because if I do that, I can be supported by the outer forces, and also the metrics and the centers, they all shrink a little bit. So learning to connect through the motions, which takes a little bit of time, because your mind eventually begins to guide you. Your body just want to continue by itself. You say, no, you're not going there. From here, you're going to go with the hand, you're going to go up there. Oh, how wonderful, it feels great. Wonderful. Then you descend, you're coming into it, and now at the midway, you know that you don't want to go down, you want to reverse the movement to go out through it, right there. And then you begin to do it with both arms. One goes to heaven and one goes to earth. And then they come together, and before they become symmetrical, they go out. It's a lot in the beginning because the mind would like to go this way. The mind would like to do this, linear, you know. But once you begin to guide the mind to perceive the suspension of three dimensions, the mind will love it because the mind loves the idea of being able to be suspended in a space. It doesn't like the idea that you have to support yourself. No good. So just know that that was going to happen. So now I want to go back to the floor, and I would like to do the movement of the arms and the floor. And then we'll do it together, legs and arms. Okay? Wonderful. So here we are on the floor again. Remember that you have the pillows under the knees in order not to create pressure in the sacrum and in your hips, so you are free from any sense of discomfort. Then the pillow under your head is good for now to support your neck. And then we're ready to start, and sort of a neutral because that's where the movement begins. And then the right arm, first arm goes to heaven, the left arm goes to earth. And the completion is the helix, and then it comes back into interchanging diamond, and it reverses itself. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, going up, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to stop for a second here. Right there. So you can see this sphere interconnects through my heart to the left arm sphere. And then as they come together, the right arm comes closer to me through the centers, and the left comes closer to me, and they interchange the diamond. Before they become symmetrical, the hands start the movement to reverse it. Right. So this is a very practical, and it demands a lot of practice within you. Wonderful. And then just come back and rest for a moment. And then do it with one arm only. Go from the diamond. When you get to the level of the solar plexus and chest, open through the hand and find heaven. This is a good place. And then go to heaven, as I said, with both arms. Very good. Heaven opens your chest, your throat, the lower back, all of it, because it's the sphere that corresponds to the arc of the spine and connects you to the head and the crown. So you can do both arms, or you can do one arm at a time. And now we're ready to do the movement as it is. Okay? So we're going to do it. I'm going to take the pillows out of it, and I'm going to leave the pillow of the head for now, even though you will see in a few moments after we practice that the movement of the head facilitates the movement of the arms and legs. But right now, just let's make it easy for ourselves. Here we are. We are, and here, and we go 7 and 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Twice more. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last time. 2. And the last frame of heaven and earth is actually the rolling of the spine to bring you back into a spiral, to put you back into 0 point. The movement of the head in this movement, as we also learned in the last movement that we have practiced, the side-to-side rolling, there is a specific moment that the head wants to get out of the floor. It's part of the interchanging metrics within the whole system. So usually in this movement is when both legs are coming together before the extension is the moment that the head comes out of the floor, and then in the moment that one leg begins to become extended as the other one begins to also extend up, that is the moment that the head and the neck extend through it. So then the head and the neck are lifted through the floor, and the moment that both legs are coming together in the thoracic vertebra, and then as they extend themselves. I'm going to leave the pillow for a little bit longer, and then I'll do it without a pillow so you can see it. But the pillow is very good in the beginning, because remember that once all the forces come together, your head is going to move. Even if you don't want to, it's going to move. But before those forces, you are helping it and you are wanting to do it, and that is okay, but it's effort, because when the connection is not clear yet, you're using your neck to lift your head. And that's all right, because you can be strong and anything, but eventually you don't use anything to lift. You're moving inside of the relationship of the whole. Or another form of saying, the whole is moving you simultaneously. Yeah? So I'm going to go to the floor then, and I'm going to lift the pillow, as I said. Beautiful. So we're extending. Find the pillow for now, because now in the moment that I extend the leg and heaven and earth, I can almost touch with my head the pillow, and my mind likes it because it has support for now. You know what I mean? So use the pillow in the beginning after you feel comfortable. Yeah? Wonderful. So we're going to go 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I'd like to do it without a pillow, and I would like to do it a little bit more dynamically. And so, because once the interconnections comes together, you can use a lot of power in it if you want to. And the power assists you to become strong. And it's up to you to not use power for the sake of power, but it's lovely to feel that strength in it. So I'm going to lift, when I lift the head, I'm going to do it a little tiny bit more, because I'm matching through my legs the 10 thoracic vertebrae. So my entire spine matches the center of the spine, and then from the center of the spine extends through. Okay? So we're going to do it. Beautiful. Here we are. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The last. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0.2, 3. Yay.